Okie dokie. So, got the chickens and stuff. That one right there is eating eggs. You can see the yolk all over its neck. It's eating eggs, it's busting them. She's gonna get called real quick. The rest of them, I might let them live. These broilers, supposed to have killed them a long time ago and you know, butchered them, but didn't do it. So anyhow, I hear you, Clyde. I hear you. I hear you. That's Clyde the rooster. Then we got down there, we got a production red down there. He's we ain't named him yet. So anyway, sometimes you'll hear this one called Dave. My little boy calls him Dave, I call him Clyde. Anyhow, he's the main one. Got 6 Americanas, or supposed to be Americanas, in here. That's what they were when we bought them from Rural King. 5 production reds, and a few of these broilers that are left over that I haven't butchered yet. I mean, look how big that chicken is. That chicken is huge. Look at this. See, look, it's so fat it can't walk or run. Come here. I mean, it's a big chicken. I bet that chicken weighs 10 pounds. I'm not kidding. It's a big chicken. Got one loose, I guess. Got a loosey-goosey over there. I wonder if she's going over and laying her eggs over there. Anyhow, we're gonna have to catch her and put her back in the net. And we got some ducks. That's a female. These 3 are drakes. I was gonna butcher them and only leave one. And yeah, little boy won't. The oldest boy won't let me do it. The reason why the tote is in the pool is to keep the ducks from swimming in it, because they'll splash it all out and there won't be no water left over. So until I can get it fixed for the ducks and the chickens, we had to do this until I can get it situated for both. I mean, you can see they already went in there and done made a mess out of it this morning. And it was fast. This one, got to give her some water. She's staying in there because they beat up on her. The 3 males gang up on her, so we put her in that just to give her some reprieve from them. And you can see they come over here and they just waller it out. This is all the garden section. Technically, this is the garden section too. Yeah. There to there. Got to get the last 2 panels put up and get all that tilled in. I'm extending that garden that much. It's double the size that it was last year. Got the pumpkin patch gonna go in on the other side. Anyhow, we got these eggs, and the duck has made a nest. The other female duck that's out, she's made a nest, and so we got that. And then all these eggs in here were nested up over there, but something's come in. One of them's come in here and trashed it. So anyhow, we got to get all that cleaned up this morning and figure out what we're going to do with it, and then we're going to build a rabbit hutch, because these little fellers in here need a rabbit hutch, don't you? Yeah, y'all do. So we're going to be building a rabbit hutch this morning, and right here, get the rabbit hutch put up, get all the rabbits situated and stuff, and get them out of that old one that's over there on the other side of the yard. That's where I used to put them at. It was a community one, and they would dig holes and everything, and just made a real big mess. So anyhow, we got a lot of work to do today, and then I'm hoping I can get started on that greenhouse this evening. So stay tuned. All right, so we gathered up the eggs out of the chicken run and the coop there, and we got them in here, as you can tell. Anyhow, these eggs that are sideways marked on the egg, okay, those eggs we've had in the house for a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks, I think. You know, maybe even longer, but anyhow, we were going to hatch these, and I got COVID and then didn't get a chance to. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to see if they'll hatch still. Okay, so if the sideways eggs, okay, that are marked, we'll be able to tell next 5 to 7 days if they're viable or not. Okay, and if they're gonna hatch, so or grow. And we'll take a look at those and see. If not, we'll throw them out. All the ones that are marked up and down like this are eggs that we got out of the run today. They all should be good eggs. So we're going to try to hatch these out. Now tomorrow I'll go and I'll collect all the eggs from the run and try to hatch them out as well. I'll put them in here, but I'll put a different marking on them, maybe like a plus sign. And then I'll know, like the eggs that come from yesterday or from tomorrow have a plus sign on it. Then the following day, if it don't fill up tomorrow and I have to get some from the next day, then I'll put a different mark on it, and we'll know that those eggs was from 2 days after this. Okay, so anyhow, we're going to go on ahead. We're going to set our temperature for the incubator. It ain't fancy. I don't have a roller, so that's another reason why I put the marks on them, is so I can turn them and know which way's turned. So if it's got a mark up, later on today I'll turn it to where the mark ain't up. Then I'll come back later and turn it to where the mark's up again. All right, so back and forth, back and forth. It's a task, but it's well worth it. I've used this incubator to hatch out leopard geckos, and it did just fine. So it should do well for the chicken eggs, okay? Because it's nowhere near as complex as trying to hatch out leopard geckos. All right, those little rascals are a little complicated if you've never done it before. So anyhow, and if they lay eggs this year, if our female lays eggs this year, you'll get to see that process of us incubating and growing out and hatching leopard geckos. That was fun last year. Both of them hatched out. We had a great time with it. We still got the 2. So that was fun. So anyhow, we're going ahead, get this set up, get the heat up, and need to have the heat at 100.5. Some people do it at 99.5, but between 99.5 and 100.5 is where your temperature needs to be. You need to have 50 to 55% humidity. We're already setting at 48. So, and that's with the lid off. I probably will have to take off one of the plugs, or maybe both of the plugs for the humidity, to let some of that humidity escape, because I don't want it to get too much in there. But anyhow, we got our tray filled with the water and stuff for the humidity, and we're already setting at 77. That's underneath our grow light. That's why it's looking like that. So anyhow, yeah, there's the other grow light. We have 2 of them, and this Gixxer, I'm tell you what, that Gixxer, if you're looking for a grow light, get the Gixxer off Amazon. It's a great grow light, does very well. It has your bloom and your veg, and you can turn them both on at the same time if you want. It just makes it, we got it turned off right now, or turned on veg, and now there's the bloom. It gets really pink in here when you turn the bloom on, so if you want to do anything, you turn it off. Anyhow, all the plants right now are outside, excluding a couple Carolina Reaper and a ghost pepper, and a grapevine that I've been starting. Everything else is outside, getting some sun today, because usually this is all filled with plants. So anyhow, that's the end of this part of the video, and we're going to go outside. We're going to start building that rabbit hutch. Stay tuned. Rooster. That one right there is a rooster, honey. Oh. Yeah, that's the rooster.
So he's just being lazy.
Yeah, he chased her out. She was trying to lay. Now, oh, she's looking up there. Anyways, I had to build some nesting boxes for the chickens. This, we got it done, all fixed up, attached to the building, and it's 8 foot long. Now we're going to bring it out 2 foot and start putting our hardware cloth on so we can get the rabbits in there. So yeah, we got that part taken care of. There's 10-week-old bunnies in there, and then in the building there's a week-old litter, and then there's like a 12 or 13-day-old litter, and one of them learned how to get out, and so it runs around the building inside, and then it's missing feed time from mommy, so then you got to catch it and you got to put it back in. I've never had a baby rabbit that young learn how to get out and then try to evade you while it's out, because usually they come up to you because they know that you bring food to mommy. They've done learned that by then, and food, and look at that, the ducks chasing my rooster. I'm telling you, these ducks two of them right there, two of them. I don't know which two of the three are getting it, but two of them are going to the butcher's block soon, very soon, because I'm tired of them. They're bullies. They bully the chickens. They bully each other. They take that one right there and ride the train on her, and then they continue to ride the train on her all day. I took her out thinking maybe they would leave her alone because the other one had started to nest. So I thought, you know, maybe they won't be so rough on her now. Well, as soon as she got out, they beat her up and pretty much just, you know, took their good sweet time with her for like a half an hour. All three of them. You chase them off of her, they be right back on her. Like, she looks terrible from them three. So yeah, the two of them are going to the butcher's block because I'm not having them kill my hens, and I'm not having them beat up my chickens. So that's just, yeah. I was trying to let them live because my little boy likes all three of them and everything, but he's just gonna have to learn that you can't do that. So I fed them up to this point. I wouldn't get any money out of them if I sold them. So to me, I'm just gonna eat them because look, I like duck. We like eating what we have here, and I think it's important that we eat what we grow. And yeah, so the ducks are going to the butcher's block, two of them. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, you sound tough, but you try to flog us, but you sure won't do nothing to them ducks. So I don't want to hear no more from you there, Clyde. Anyhow, I'm gonna get off here and fix the rest of this up. We'll show you the progress as it comes. See, she's in there nesting, and then there, right there, all three of them ganging up on her again. That's all they do. They just gang up on her and won't let her quit. Now I put her back up, and then she runs right with him. She lets him beat him up. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out this evening. All right, guys, welcome back. We finally got it all put together. It's pretty simple. So what we did since the last time you seen it, we got our 2x6s on the back there. You see them, okay? We made our 24 inches out on the top and the bottom. We put our long poles in on the ends, and then we put our two fronts on, top and bottom, and then on the back side we put another 2x4 in front of the 2x6, just to give it that little extra support, and so that we could put our hardware cloth down a lot simpler. So then after we did that, we took our hardware cloth, we put it on the bottom. We measured it, cut it, and stapled the hardware cloth good and tight on the bottom. Then we did our end caps, and then we measured them, cut them, stapled them up good and tight. Did the same thing on the fronts. We measured and pulled it tight and stapled it. So the front's on all the way, and we have a little bit of a gap up there, but it ain't. I don't think it's gonna be big enough for anything there to climb through or nothing. So good to go there. We screwed our top down. If I think that's going to end up being a problem, I can take and cut a piece of hardware cloth to fit in between the little rafters there that we got that supports the tin roof, okay? And we'll just cut it and stick it up there and touch the top of the tin roof. I think it's going to be a problem, but I don't foresee it being an issue. Could have raised it up a little bit, you know, because we got a little bit of overhang down there. But even if we would have, it wouldn't have mattered because it would have got hit by the rafters. So a little oversight. I want you to check this out. These are 10-week-old bunnies, okay? 10 weeks old, and we've got a male in here trying to breed. Now this is all siblings, all right? And one of them got loose, and it's been loose for a couple days. He's Houdini on us, like this other one over here. But anyhow, these are all siblings, and we got them all put back together today. And we already got that buck in there. He's trying to breed that one, and we're gonna have to figure that out. I've never had a 10-week-old rabbit try to breed, and I've been doing this for a while, since 2014. I think I got some rabbits in 2014, and started breeding. Wasn't, you know, that was down deep water. Did that for a couple years, took a break for a couple years, and then started again. Had a whole lot of rabbits here 2 years ago. I had probably 30 or so rabbits 2 years ago, and anyhow, we had some things go on with the family, and that's why we haven't got a lot done around here. We'll go into that at a later date. You know, whenever I feel the need that I need to tell y'all all the goodies of what's transpired since we've moved here. But anyhow, got back into it this year, breeding them. I've had a couple litters, 3 litters now. This is the first one right here, and definitely know I got a buck in there. But I've never had a 10-week-old buck try to breed, nor have I had a 10-week-old doe get pregnant. So I think we're good on that so far, but I know I'm going to have to pull him out and cull him. Mommy rabbit in there, right there. You can see her. There's a baby right there, and chilling out, and then there's 2 right there. And then I know good and well that the real Houdini is on the other side of her. Come on out there. Come on out there. Come on. Come on, mama. Come on. Come on. Come on. Move. You're not going to fall. I promise. Promise. There he is right there. He's under mommy. He's a black and white. And anyhow, he escapes inside the building, and because of that, had to pull him out. I had the rabbits over in that rabbit hutch over there, and what they do is they dig, and then once they dig, they get in there and they burrow, and then they put their babies down there, and then you try to get the babies out, and the babies are so wild you can't hardly touch them. So I started taking the pregnant females and put them in the building and let them have their babies inside in cages. And the problem with that is Houdini there was getting out, and what we did is we had a dog kennel in there, a large dog kennel. Took rabbit wire, a hardware wire, and we went all the way around it, about 10 inches up. And he figured out at like 9 days old, 8 or 9 days old, that he could climb up it, or you know. And let me see, well, I'm not 8 or 9. Let me see. Actually, you know, I think these rabbits might be just a touch. I think they're probably 14 days old now. Yeah. So anyhow, he learned how to climb up just a few days back. That he could climb up the rabbit wire and get through the slits in the dog kennel. So anyhow, that wasn't working out for us, because then we tried to catch him. He was hard to catch. He'd run, and then it was just a fiasco. So anyhow, and then every time you'd put him back in, he'd run straight back to the corner, jump up on top of the hardware wire, and climb right through. So instead of waiting until he got big enough that he wouldn't do that anymore, and couldn't fit through the dog kennel bars, what we did is we went on ahead and just built this. I've been needing to build it anyhow, so this is what we got. And tomorrow we'll come out here and we'll frame us up a couple doors. All right, and I'll cut the doors out, and then I'll take and make little hinges out of clips, and then I'll use a clasp down here to lock it, and we'll show you all that tomorrow, and how that process goes, and how you actually make the hinges and the door frame and all that stuff. Now what we done here is we try to recycle about everything we can. If it's usable, we try to reuse it, and we save a lot of our kitty litter buckets for a lot of things. And we had this one out here, and I thought, well, you know, we just take that, use it for some wind blockage and stuff, and you know, you can also put a little bit of feed in it. Okay. The wind blows real hard from this way, off that mountain over there, and that's west. And anyhow, it blows real hard from the west, and I mean, it's just really, I mean, it's picked up a trampoline and put it over this building. Picked it up, came over the building and over into the wood line, okay? And so, yeah, the wind blows horribly bad from that way. Anyhow, went on ahead, drilled us holes, zip-tied it in, okay? It serves us 2 purposes. They can get in there, they can eat on the alfalfa, and then they can bed in it if they want. Just like this one here. This one here is bedding in it on the backside. Just got him a little burrow. He's just chilling out. So anyhow, we did that on those ends, and we did it facing the building so that the wind won't get inside of it. They're plenty blocked from the wind. So that's why those are in there. And anyhow, so we're happy with this. And what we're going to do is, like the males, or that we don't want, we'll call them out and we'll put them over in the other coop. I'm going to lift that coop up, put rabbit wire on the bottom of it so they'll stop digging. So stay tuned for that video, because that's going to be pretty interesting. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the cull rabbits over there, and let the females that are going to breed stay over here. And that little rascal eating. He's a hungry hippo, buddy. That's what you get for staying out all night, not coming home to eat, little rascal. So anyhow, we'll be able to collect the manure a lot better out of this way. Like I say, I've tried this community thing. The community thing didn't work for me. I tried it, and they would just dig burrows, have their babies down there. Then the babies would come up, and they would be so wild you couldn't do nothing with them, and it just made the whole process hard. So anyhow, instead of doing that, this is just better. They'll get used to you. You'll be able to play with them and fool with them and stuff, and then don't make it nearly as hard whenever it's time to take them and butcher them. Or even sell them, if I so choose to end up selling some of them. But I'm pretty firm on going on ahead and just raising them up and butchering them, and just putting more meat in the freezer. So I believe that's what we're going to be doing, especially with the bucks. I might sell a few does here and there, but the bucks are definitely going to get culled out. So anyhow, that's the video for today. I know it probably wasn't the best video you've ever watched, but if you got any questions, any suggestions, whatever, I'm more than happy to listen, and I'm more than happy to answer any of the questions you got. We're starting this YouTube channel to help people and to learn. Okay, it's not I don't know everything, so if we get some suggestions and stuff, well, hey, that's great. But we also we do know a good bit, and we watch a lot of other good people that know a lot more than us that homestead, and we do a lot of things based off of them. So but like I say, if you got a suggestion, more than happy to listen to it. And if you need to learn, then join us. There's all kinds of stuff that we do here. I mean all kinds of stuff: metal detecting, fishing, hunting, trapping, skinning out, tanning hides, all kinds of stuff that we do, and we love doing it. So we just want to share what we do here at our house, at our little piece of heaven with y'all. So as these videos continue, you're going to get to see a lot of stuff. Giant pumpkins, we got tons of giant pumpkins, and lots of seeds, and lots of videos to do on that. So I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff to learn. And I got 350 pepper plants in the house right now, and they're all blooming. So this is April. So anyhow, stay tuned for all that stuff. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it, and we'll see y'all hopefully tomorrow. Bye.